Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David, coming to you from Mendocino, California. A lovely place. Highly recommend visiting if you've never been. It's my happy place. This reading is going to be on Ron DeSantis and the very pro-Ron DeSantis Super PAC, Never Back Down. Apparently they're backing down. Kind of like the Trump's never surrenders. All right, so what's been going on? This Super PAC was one of the reasons why Ron DeSantis was considered such a strong Republican candidate for the 2024 election. They had amassed about $100 million war chest to help with whoever they were going to support for the Republican nomination for the president. And they work very closely with Ron DeSantis, probably breaking more than a few laws in the process, because super PACs aren't supposed to coordinate with candidates. But there's clear evidence from articles I've read, entertainment purposes only, I don't have personal information on this, that seem to indicate that they're a lot closer than they should be. All right. Now, when I did a reading on DeSantis a while ago, I was seeing money problems with him, and I think it was in correlation with him laying off a couple of campaign staff. I got some comments saying, he's got this super PAC and they're loaded, and the folks writing the comments had a hard time believing that the super PAC would that DeSantis was going to have money issues. Well, that super PAC has gone through some turmoil recently. They've had some high-profile resignations, and the stories that are coming out about it show that it's really dysfunctional and it's really, really wasteful in their spending. In this article from the Daily Beast, the latest sign of turmoil at the PAC, which has crumbled for being a so-called political Death Star with this $100 million in the bank, it's maybe the worst orchestrated effort in a modern presidential history. The Super PAC pulled $2.5 million worth of advertisements from Iowa and New Hampshire. The Iowa caucus is on January 15th, New Hampshire's on January 23rd, and the Super PAC pulled all the advertising on there because Trump is showing way ahead in Iowa, and DeSantis is behind Nikki Haley, and he might be falling behind Chris Christie in the New Hampshire part. But so Nikki Haley's number 2 in Iowa, and she's in a kind of a polling political dead heat with Trump from a latest poll that came out in New Hampshire, a statistical dead heat. And DeSantis is 4th. So they're not throwing good money after bad. Basically, they're saying DeSantis is going to get pummeled in Iowa and he's going to get pummeled in New Hampshire. And things aren't looking real good for the next few states that are coming up on there. So it looks like there's some financial problems in the DeSantis camp, and I want to kind of look into that a little more closely. Entertainment purposes only. What's going on with the Never Back Down Super PAC as far as finances go? Huge disappointment. I guess I can ask with DeSantis too. It's going to be a huge disappointment all around. They're not completely out of funding, but what they've spent and what they've gotten from it is pathetic. And they may not be getting a whole lot more money, because I think with the high level resignations and the dysfunction that's coming out of there, why would you throw money at these guys? This is a clown show. The Hierophant, yeah, it's a disappointing organization. So the Hierophant in this case, not being government, this is the Hierophant is representing the Super PAC, and the Super PAC itself is just a giant disappointment. It's just flushing money down the river over here. Underneath it all is the devil. Probably a lot of waste, and I'll bet you if you audited the books. Yeah, I bet you if you audited the books, you'd probably find some questionable things going on. What's a little bit here, a skimming a little bit here or a little bit there. Again, I have no proof of that. It's just whenever there's a lot of money, everybody feels the need to help themselves a little bit. You know what I mean? Just a couple little drinks, fill their beaks from the trough there. In the past, we've got the Hermit card. I think this is probably the recent past that the troubles have come to light. We've had arguments within there, people, and those arguments spilled out where everybody could see them. And then you had the high-level resignations to back that up. Again, I think this PAC is running out of money, and they can't get new money in. Current situation is the Magician card. They are trying to pull a rabbit out of the hat, so to speak, with supporting DeSantis. But DeSantis himself isn't the strongest candidate, and he's slipping in the poll numbers. So do you keep pushing behind this guy thinking that he's your man? Or are you starting to realize it's an illusion and you should maybe save on to whatever money that you've got left because he's not worth backing? And I think that's where I'm going with it. The PAC is a disappointment, but so is DeSantis. The overarching energy is the strength card. They don't have a strong candidate. DeSantis is the pill that nobody in America wants to swallow. He's not even popular in his home state of Florida. And if Florida can't tolerate him, why would anybody else want to tolerate this guy? He's an illusion. He's fake. He's not strong. He's weak. And they've offered a lot of money to him, and this money's gone. What they really want, what this super PAC is probably going to do, is they're going to maybe start rethinking who's going to be their candidate, who's the strongest candidate that they should put their money behind. Oh, DeSantis is going to be pissed because this could be. I was saying they haven't spent all their money. Watch them start backing Nikki Haley, or they start backing Donald Trump, if Trump is the devil in this card. But they're taking their money and they're going somewhere else with it. I think they're about ready to divorce from Ron DeSantis here. Yeah, there you go. It's a betrayal. Yeah, I think this PAC is ready to say goodbye to DeSantis. And when this PAC tells DeSantis that they're done with him, DeSantis is done. So I don't think we're going to have Ron DeSantis to kick around much anymore here. So now the question is, who's that PAC going to back up? Because the two most popular candidates would be Donald Trump and Nikki Haley right now. Chris Christie is not really, I don't think he's really an option. He's more there to be a thorn in Trump's side. And I don't think if, like Liz Cheney were to run as an independent, they're not going to back her. Because that's not what they're interested in. They're interested in having somebody give them results. Now, if they think Trump is that person, then they will do that. If they think Nikki Haley is that person, then they'll do that. So let's do a head-to-head reading between Nikki Haley and Donald Trump and Nikki Haley. Yeah, we'll do Donald Trump first. Okay. So if the PAC pulls the money from Ron DeSantis, which is kind of the impression I'm getting here, who are they going to back? What's going to be the criteria they look for? And how are they going to look at Trump? And how are they going to look at Nikki Haley? And who are they going to back? Come on down. What's the criteria they're looking for? Strength. They want, kind of the same thing that was happening with DeSantis. He's a weak candidate. They want a strong candidate because they want a return on their money. And what's underneath it? Oh, God, it's the same cards. The disappointment. They don't want to be disappointed anymore. They want their bang for their buck. And they need to find the strong card. It could be that neither candidate. Oh, my God, I'm going to have to do a third one and see if they just pull out altogether. Okay, so for Donald Trump, what do they see? He's the star. Now, is he a rising star or a falling star? I think, especially when you have the double card underneath there, Donald Trump as a star could very well be. The celebration, the planning, all those threes. Look at that. 3, 3, 3. If I threw no other cards, it's going to be Donald Trump. I think they're waiting. Yeah. I think they're going to pull out from DeSantis. They're going to go all in on Trump. Look at those threes. Wow, what's 333 angel numbers? I'll have to look that up. Maybe I'll do that now. Hang on, give me half a second here. Okay, the angel number 333 encourages to set plans into action. Let your personal strength be the guide. There's the strength card. Trust yourself. Put your thought into your choices. Angel number is connected with optimism, creativity, and intuition. Okay. Donald Trump. Yeah, it's going to be Trump. Let's see what Nikki Haley is looking like here. Queen of Swords. Yeah, I think they just... let's see. Is this Nikki Haley not being a warm, fuzzy person, or is this just like, sorry, Nikki, this is the star. You're just your second string. Tower. 9. Oh, those are not great cards. It's like, let's be real here, Nikki. You know, you can get things done, but you're in second place looking at the person in front of you. And, your campaign could come crashing down at any time. Yeah, basically they just say, this is the pragmatic thing. Yeah, she could be helped. Let's be real here. You're playing for second. You're going to be first loser in this campaign against Donald Trump. You can get stuff done, and we appreciate that, but in the end of the day, we don't think you can get it done. Now, let's see. The other reading I want to do is, what if they decided to do nobody at all? Death card. Oh, they won't be able to raise money. You got to throw it to Trump so that you can raise money. Yeah, got to have a fighting chance. You got to stay on top of the other super PACs for the limited resources that are out there. It's going to be hard to fundraise if you're not in the game. Because who's going to... look at all these wands, all these action cards. If they're not supporting a candidate, their PAC dies. They need to get out there and beat the bushes and show that they're supporting a winner, and that it's that if you don't have the Never Back Down as your PAC of choice, your burden is going to be too big to get in there. You need these guys. Yeah. Okay, I see it. No, I'm always the pragmatist here. It's like, why are you flushing good money after bad? It doesn't occur to me until I throw the cards. So the reason why they have to back a candidate is they have to show that they're in charge, that they are the PAC that are the kingmakers. You don't have a fighting chance without this PAC. It's too hard to do it on your own, and your campaign's going to die a horrible death without it. Nikki Haley. Yeah, you could probably get the job done, but let's be real here, Nikki. Your campaign ain't going nowhere. Why is it going nowhere? Because, honestly, you're second place. You're good at beating the other 9 candidates, but you can't get the person in front of you. You did nice work. Maybe in the future we could back you, but not in this election. Why can't they back her in this election? Because they're backing the star, Donald Trump. By the way, as I show these cards, I'm putting him back in the deck. He's the man that he's the guy that's most likely going to win. People are going to celebrate him getting back in there, and we need to be part of that power team and the shot callers in the background so that we can, exercise our power and get the stuff done that we want to do. Again, they are backing the candidate they think is the strongest because they've been disappointed with the weak candidate that is Ron DeSantis. Okay, so what do we take away from all this? DeSantis, yeah, he's pretty much done. I think the PAC is going to quietly tell him that they're not funding him anymore, and DeSantis is just going to roll up his campaign and suspend it. I don't know how far he'll go. I don't know if he'll go through the Iowa and New Hampshire elections. They're only 3 weeks away, and maybe he'll go over there and just stump without all the ad revenue. That, or he's going to have to focus whatever revenue he currently has on one state to show that he can carry that state. Nevada would probably be a decent one because it's kind of a swing state, and you need to be able to win those swing states to win the presidency. So that's going to be on DeSantis. DeSantis has got to play. He's got to make. Maybe we can ask. While we're here. As I do my summing up here. And then, the PAC, they're going to pull out. they're going to support Trump because they see Trump as the most viable candidate to get in for the Republicans to win the presidency. And the reason for supporting that person is that you want to get your political agendas done. You know, you want to be the power behind the throne. And Nikki Haley, they just don't think she's got enough horsepower to get the job done. No offense to her, but you just, you know, compared to Trump, you're second place. Everybody else is playing for second place. What will when the Super PAC tells DeSantis that they no longer want to financially support him, what will DeSantis do? I was going to say, take his white patent leather cowboy boots and walking. He's going to walk. Red patent leather walking boots. He's gone. When the money goes, so does he. It's going to happen really quickly. We're going to get this decision really quickly. How do you proclaim victory? Yeah. You're too weak a candidate. They're going to tell him, basically, there's no chance you can win. We're pulling our money. We're not giving you any more money. And then they leave quickly. And DeSantis, you know, he can... I don't know how he'll declare victory. You know, he's going to say his campaign was really well run and stuff like that, but he has to focus on Florida and pay attention to everything that's going on there with his, you know, with Disney and everything along those lines, and help the Floridians out. He'll come up with some window dressing to explain why he's dropping out, but he's going to drop out quickly because you know what? He doesn't have the money to spend. He doesn't have the money to spend. So the minute this PAC is gone, he's gone. He'll drop out of the election. He won't even be, you know, his name will be on the ballots in New Hampshire and Iowa, but it won't matter. You know, if he drops out, you know, he's going to get no votes. And if he sticks in, he's going to get more votes, but not enough to be anything meaningful at all. That Six of Wands could be that he encourages people to back Nikki Haley, maybe. Tries to be a kingmaker. You know, get a little something out of it. Whatever. Okay, that's my reading. That's enough on DeSantis. I think I've got a nice case of heartburn here for that one. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your kind words and your comments and your thumbs up and everything you do to feed the YouTube algorithm so that my video makes it out to a wider audience. To folks just discovering this channel or, you know, just recently discovered this channel, you know, welcome to the channel. I hope you found this reading insightful and interesting, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.